on EA Sports. And we'll see DeAndre Swift. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Bears and the Buccaneers next on EA Sports.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Culminates, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on. Hey! Rock on, lady! Steady!
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy just carried the ball. He's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Breaks a tackle. They can't tackle him. He's still on his feet. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago! DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So here are the Buccaneers ready to go on offense with a new man at the helm here for 2023 in his 6th season now in the NFL, Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 71 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action, Williams. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, Williams. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
2nd down and 6 now. Now Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They're in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Williams now off the play fake. Incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to Otten. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Irving. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Swift going to try up the middle. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
17-0 our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here we go.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Buccaneers' 48-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run right here with Swift. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Williams. Off play action. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Culminates. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Williams. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Off play action, Williams. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield into space at the 45 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. This is White. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Irving. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Irving. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mayfield now. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. To Evans on the slant. Now inside the 25. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 69 yards. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Ready.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Levante David in on the tackle.
brings up 2nd and 7.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Mayfield now from the 50. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On second down, Irving, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Regular.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
On the ball, now. Ready.
Running is Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Third and 9 here. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's Taylor on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert 33. Right now. Let's go get that.
Up the middle they go. Irving. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
They'll set up a throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Now they'll change things up.
Now Williams throwing to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd down, Swift. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. First down, and they go with Swift again.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Shifts free at the 15, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Once again, it's Swift.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now we're going to get a timeout because we've got an injured Buccaneer. This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard. They'll run here with Swift. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Hey, alert 33.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Mayfield. Out to the right here to Shepard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
King.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so, because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 25. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run here with Swift. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. From the gun, Mayfield. That's to the sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. T.J. Edwards coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for